Naidi Apne, you also mentioned that, some people look at it in like a cultural issue, and they
Yeah,
don't talk about it, they don't
yeah.
speak about it. Do you think, or is it that, our symptoms are different than, say, for example, the, white community or the black community? Or, the mental issues the symptoms
Yeah,
are similar?
mental health issues are the similar symptom. It could be depression and all this is very common,
Yeah.
but what a reason behind it are different. So
Right?
it's more cultural. So if you talking about we work with Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, and few other, the
Yeah.
Arab community. So mental health issues actually are different and more culture related. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I will give you an example of mental health. We've been talking to some of the young people about the pressure of getting married, finding a right person, and all other things. They are actually, it's been, mentally they were prepared that you need to get married soon, and
Yes.
the pressure, they're not finding the right person and all this, so they are going through the depression because the whole family is pressurizing them and all this. So slowly they started to deteriorate that situation because there is no help. They don't talk about that.
I see,
So
yes.
so there are issues is more cultural, as I said, the domestic violence. They leave, the in a family home, and pressure comes from in-laws,
Yeah.
the husbands, and extended families, and from the community, because it's the fear for women. What community is going to talk about? They say, when if I leave home, the violent home, they cope with that. So those are the pressure actually. So it's a more cultural shame, and the bringing shame. If someone's identified mental health issues, and it will bring shame on their family, because they said, oh, they have got pagal in their family, who is going to marry and come bring rishta in our family. Those are the fear. Actually, fear factor is
And
huge.
these sort of issues affect your mental health.
It does. Yeah, it affects your mental health. Also, disclosing the mental health is become huge. They don't go for support. They don't go for help because it's very much hidden in the community. Because as soon as they think that if I go and ask support
Yeah.
for mental health, and that's it, end of it, my family will be ruined. My sisters and my siblings will be suffering from that. The young
Yes, yeah.
people think, the mom think that if I disclose it, no one will marry my daughters, no one will come into this house, because a lot
And
of
does that
people are.
happen, or is it just the fear that, people,
It's not fear, actually. Sometimes it's reality too.
it is the
People,
reality?
yeah, it is a reality too. So that's why actually raising awareness is important within
Yeah.
our community, that mental health is not someone who could carry it. There is a support, you can prevent it. It's not someone, like a disease which is not curable, or is, those are the information and support requirement is there. That's what we need to tell the community.
So,
And
anyone can have this mental health
anyone,
problem.
even our prophet had gone through the very low period,
Yeah.
and he just came out of it using the wisdom and then support of, because after his wife's death,
Yeah.
Khadija, when she passed away, and his uncle, so people go through this slow time, and
So,
that low time you need a bit of support. I'm saying there are some severe mental health issues happen as well, so we recognize that, but those needs clinical support.
yeah.
Do you understand me? So there are way of doing it, like even after my father's death, the bereavement actually brought me huge depressed. I couldn't tell everyone what's
Really?
going on.
Yes, yeah.
So those are the things is very, very common, but we don't recognize it. But I recognized it. I knew about it. So
Yeah.
I thought I need to accept it. So those are the things, those are the time people can go down the hill. And that's the time you need either, some people can help themselves,
Well,
recognizing
yes.
it.
I mean,
Some people,
how, is it that a person themselves, they recognize it first, or a person close to you, they can recognize this? And what
they
other signs
recognize.
really?
there are a lot of recognition because they're different way of recognizing. The family could see someone's going through it.
जी.
They're not talking. They're very in a low mode, and people, they're like those bereavement. Sometimes, as I said, I'll tell you an example of that. Like, I was actually feeling low because of my father's death. I couldn't accept it. He was too young to die and all this.
Yes.
And then I didn't know, but I was very negative that time. My friends recognized it. She
Yeah.
was, she does the psychotherapy, she's a psychologist.
Yeah.
So she said, are you going through the depression? Is it something? I said, no, I'm not. I was actually totally denial and gone back and reflected. I said, yes, I was never a negative person. Why suddenly I'm thinking that negatively? So I'm just saying that, yes, people from outside could see that.
Yes.
So every single person can go through this. Is recognizing your neighbors, your friends, your family. They should pick it up and then, talk about that. Does talking help?
So, Naisaba, you've given a personal example. So, was it easy for you to come out of this?
No, it's not easy, but recognizing it, wanting to be, coming out. As soon as I recognized it, yes, that's true what she said. I was very annoyed with my friend, actually. I thought, I'll never talk to my friend anymore
really?
Because she said something very negative. And it's not true. I'm never negative. But and actually I sat down because I do use the reflection. So I always reflect on my behavior and everything. That's what I am. And that's how I do. So I thought, okay, yes, she's right. I was never negative. But at the moment, all I'm talking about the very negative things. So is it something I need to be looking at? And straight away, I actually realized, yes, I was. So I've come out of it. So it helped me and I knew how to do it, but not necessarily everyone knew. So that means someone else need to do it. Or they need counseling, they need all this. But I'm saying, it's nothing, no shame in it to feel that I am not feeling, 100%. I'm not feeling happy within myself. What's the reason? What do I do? Can I do gardening? Can I do, the going out with my friends? Can I, do something religiously? Any faith, so it's just sometimes faith gives you those strength. For me, faith given me the strength, and faith actually feel that this is natural. I have to go to, so you accept it, yeah.
I see.
So
yes.
those are the things, and then I actually did something for my, you could do it, the different way. You can send something to your father, or other gift. You cannot send a gift, real life gift. But what is the gift as part of a religious person? What gift can he give him? So I thought about it.
Naidi, you're saying that faith helped you. Does that mean कि आपने नमाज ज़्यादा पढ़नी शुरू की, कुरान पाक ज़्यादा पढ़ना शुरू किया और इससे आपको मदद मिली?
Yeah, the praying, namaz is really important, and then Quran is also somewhere, because actually I felt it's personal, everyone's belief. I'm just saying that it's because what I actually did is to started to read Quran, and sometimes I found answer in it. So it's funny, more Quran, and then I found peace, and I'm thinking, and that's the gift I could give it to my dad. So I actually said, I prayed to God that whatever the good deed I am doing, I did a lot of charity work. I started opened a charity in Bangladesh, a medical charity. So it's supporting other people with their health issues, women's and all health and everything. And I've involved my sons, they are doctors, and my family members and all this, my daughters. So that way I found that I'm doing something positive.
Yes.
And I believed as a Muslim that my good deed reward will be going to my dad's.
Inshallah.
That's how I actually compensated. So it's each individual will have different way of mechanism. I'm not saying my mechanism is the only way. I'm saying other people will use their own mechanism, but that's a self way of managing it. But
It's
some people,
recognizing yourself that you may need some sort of help, and I suppose
yeah.
that is the most difficult part, isn't it? Really, if your friend may talk to you, they may see something, and you often hear that people who sort of talk to their friend who may have this sort of problem, they're always negative, aren't they? Really towards that person, uh,
Yeah,
they go
yeah.
in a completely different mode. Uh, that can't be easy.
No, it is not easy, because I'm not saying that everyone, because I've often actually, I go to my friends, I choose my friend differently. So it's another topic, because I will be going to my friend, they will actually say whatever, the reflection, which will give me the reflection. So
Yeah.
I chose that way. Not necessarily they will agree with me everything. That's what I call for friend, that they don't have to agree with me. They can be different, they could come from different way. But
Yes.
what I'm saying is there are other help too.
Yeah.
So there are professional help available, it's recognized. So I am saying a lot of people will have a bit more deeper issues, deeper problem, then they should be seeking the professional help. They should be coming. So Shantona's got Cafe Mon Cafe. They could come and talk about that. They will find that people in the similar position, they
Yes.
have got the same problems, same issues, or they actually, when they talk, they always say positive. They said, oh, I've learned something which is right, and yes, this is what's happening to me. So those are the things, the peer support, talking to other people, similar mind, sometimes help. Not necessarily it's one way. So what I am saying is just, it's not one way. That there are multiple ways you could come out of it. Some people choose to do gardening, some people choose to go out with friends,
Yes, of
and
course.
then think about themselves, because a lot of mothers always feel that their children are married, they've all these things are happening, they don't have the purpose of their life. In one point, people feel that way. So that's the time you have to find your life, purpose of your life. A lot of older women, they come here, they lost their partner, their husbands, and that they're depressed, they don't know how to cope with that.
Yes.
And then, so it's just, you need to find a way of coming out of it, recognizing that these things will happen, life goes
And
on, you do more.
to find this way, of course, people, how do, especially the ladies, refer themselves to Shantona Center? Can they just walk in and say, right, would like to use your services, or?
Yeah, actually, our service is very in depth. We don't, it's no stigmatized,
Right.
it's no stigma attached to that. Yeah, those people can come and say, I want to talk, I want to go to the Mon Cafe, say for a support or talk about it. Listen to, I'm feeling a bit depressed and I
Yeah.
want to do that. And we get referral as well through other people.
I
So
see.
it's a self-referral, as well as referral from social care and mental health services to GP and others. So, and also we do internal referral. So a lot of the women who are victim of domestic violence, they could come as well. They are feeling a bit lost,
Yeah.
and especially all this universal credit and everything, a job application, because when they're going through the domestic violence and they're separated from their partner, and then all this. So
Yes.
these are so they could come anyway. So this is self-referral, as well as referred by agencies, but it's nothing that heavy, that no one will say that, oh, that person is mad and that's why they're coming. So everyone knows that it's a support mechanism, it's a support for women, they're supporting each other, and
Of
young
course.
people.
Right. Thank you very much for giving us all this information. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about Shantona? Any particular events coming up soon?
Yeah, we have got few events. Actually, we are doing some Jubilee celebrations,
Oh,
and
yes.
and then we have got in November we are celebrating the Islamophobia
Oh, yes,
awareness
yes, yeah.
week. So it will be a week long program. We are doing training around Islamophobia, or now it's the city council says it's anti-Muslim hatred
Right.
support.
Yes.
So week, so those kind of things we are going to be doing. We are collecting story from that, and also we have got in September, there's Harvest Festival,
I
but
see.
it's
Yes.
traditional Pitamela for Bengali, but it's multicultural, not only just one community. So there are but if you need to know, please do visit our website. And then we've got Twitter as well. So it's www.shantona.co.uk. And yeah,
Thank you very much, Naisa. But we will be celebrating the Queen's Jubilee with you. We are doing an open day at Fever FM as well.
oh, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Nice, Rasulji. Thank you very much again. You have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too. Okay.
Allah Hafiz.